Hi there, sign of Taurus. This is Kim here to do your next 48-hour reading. Let me start by saying thank you so much for liking, for sharing, subscribing to the channel. I appreciate so much all the support I get. Thank you to the people who have gotten a private reading with me. That information is in the description box, and I appreciate you all too. I appreciate every single way that my dream is supported, and I try to support your dreams too, and that's what I usually focus on in these readings. So calling in your angels, your spirit guides, let's get information for Taurus. That's always meant to move you ahead, always to keep you growing, expanding, ascending, all that. Let's burn some sage. What's weird is you might not be able to see the smoke. For some reason, when you burn sage on camera, or when I burn sage on camera, I don't know, I can't ever see the smoke as much as I do in person. Let's see. For Taurus. All right. See, you can barely see it, but I promise you it's like choke out strength. Okay. Going into the Archetypes deck. Taurus. Kim Cren's Archetype deck. This is the, I think it's still part of the Wild Unknown. I love this deck. Okay, let's connect to my heart space. I do that by putting my hand over my heart and then just breathing in my nose, holding, and then exhaling out my mouth while, imagining that connection and feeling it with my hand on my heart. So, okay, messages for Taurus. Okay, well, I got change. That's all I got. That's all I got so far. Taurus. We're going to cut the deck. The seed. The seed of change. When you plant a seed, or it's kind of like what is growing fast is what you're thinking about, what you give seeds to. Ooh, about to experience the nectar in life. That's where you take these maybe not so great times, maybe harder times, and transmute them into something really wonderful. The crone could be dealing with a witch, or could know a witch, maybe past lives. The crone is somebody who, and you see the pentacle is in there, is in the feet. So it may have to do with like the sweetness in life that comes if this is something maybe material that you're wanting. Also, the crone comes with the message as no experience, is wasted. There's no such thing as a good or bad. I know it feels like there is, because when emotions run high, it's easy to think that there is a distinction between things. But truly, everything is just experienced in just that, and all valuable. Some of the saddest things can propel us into the biggest, best chapters of our lives, or the most traumatic things. It's all depending on what you do with what you're dealt with. And it doesn't feel, all the time that we have much control over what we're dealt with. I know that. I know that's how it is. No matter what your opinion is on the other side as to whether we plan things or not, the same is true that when you experience something here, it's very real. It's very real. And, if it is some kind of training, you know, that doesn't take away from, it might help us forget, but it should never take away from the fact that everything you go through is very real, and no, it does not feel like something that you've asked for. All right. Sometimes things are part of our purpose, and we wouldn't know why our soul chose it. Because I guess the human probably wouldn't have, but the soul would. I don't know. I get different feelings from that. So Taurus, we're going into Light Seers Tarot. I don't know why I wanted to go off on that. Some of you all are just now planting the seed for something really big. And I think the rings around the seed here, which is, it looks like a pearl, is just kind of showing you how much amplification is going on. I feel like that's your manifesting ability too, is that it's amplified. Everything's amplified. Your thoughts, I feel like your conscious awareness and of your deliberate action via your thoughts is probably what's making this seed grow faster. So something that you are wanting, or some soul growth that your soul is wanting to come in and change things. And that is the message that I'm really left with, is that you're going to make nectar. There's a seed planted from all of the things that you've had to go through. There's a soul purpose. There's a reason. And nothing is wasted. Absolutely nothing is wasted. So next 48 hours, what kind of energies do we have for you, Taurus? These don't have to apply to that time frame. I just kind of do it so that people have something, you know, every next 48 hours to see how the energies change, because they do change. They change a lot. I could give you a monthly, and then 2 days later it's going to be different, just because of the way that you viewed the reading. That's how connected everything is. So let's see what we've got. It's really nice. Okay. Bottom of the deck brings a smile to my face, because this deck is just, it's just, I love the messages I get from Light Seers. There's all this reasoning that's wanting to go into why this spiral manifestation, you know, the golden ratio, right? Things don't happen in a linear from here to here. They're very hard to logically put into order, and really, unless you have all the pieces and maybe a quantum kind of view, that's the only way we could maybe even at that point put something in a logical perspective. But because something in the now moment is always being affected, I don't think you could ever logically describe how you're manifesting. That seed right there is coming across me as this. So this isn't a card of not having enough intelligence or information. This card is coming your reading today to tell you that something you're manifesting may feel like it's going around and around and around, but you are making progress. There is a reason. It's like you're going around the lap. Let's make sure you get it really good this time. Okay, we're going around again. and I don't know. It's just, there's something here about what you're creating is, it is intentional, but it's intentional on a soul level, and it's manifesting on a quantum level. So, and maybe higher, maybe even past that I don't even understand. I'm sure of that, actually. Okay. Goodness. Well, that's good. That High Priestess is pretty good. With the Ace of Swords in the reverse. We're really, really in our head. I'm going to say that. You're really, really in your head. Something was like great or perfect to you in the past. And I do think that you're thinking of the past. There's more of this, I I do see you releasing yourself from any like, well, I feel like I have to do this or I'm responsible for this. Any kind of those restrictions, you're leaving away. You're leaving that. The Eight of Cups here is in your environment. And I am going to jump around a little bit with the Sun in reverse. Maybe a Leo and maybe somebody's leaving. Possibly disconnecting or pulling out energy from a situation, either with a Pisces or a Leo, but pulling energy out and emotionally just kind of like detaching from a situation. You've detached. Okay. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on and why. So, High Priestess knows, right? The High Priestess knows. Intuitively, like, knows what's going on. The Five of Swords is kind of conflicted. There's not a lot of action, but there's a lot of thinking and feeling going on here. Possibly action with the Eight of Cups, but even that can just be this big emotion of detaching. What's the Five of Swords about? What's this challenge? This might be you and other people that are conflicted over what you feel intuitively. Could be that. There's the Hierophant and the Temperance. And it's hitting that Ten of Cups. So you feel like something in the past was better. And you're waiting for something to evolve at least to something like it was in the past. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. There is definitely angels working behind the scenes here. Definitely working behind the scenes. Trying to help you temper things. The Temperance might be talking about trying to get groups of people to get along, or that are not agreeing right now to agree. You could feel like you're being tugged and pulled into a conflict, and you might not want to be getting pulled into a conflict, you know? The Hierophant here is taking a look at those external controls that we have, you know, institutions and the things that we have to do, the things that we must do, right, to be fitting in with everyone else. And I don't know, maybe we're taking a look at what really still needs to be like that. What we're going to go off on our own and be a little bit more non-traditional about. But this is what we're conflicted in our head about. Does it need some more divine timing? Do I need more patience? Or is this just not going to work? At the end of the day, the cards are saying, you know the answer. You have Pisces, Sagittarius, Taurus, your energy. So at the end of the day, they're saying, you know this answer. All right. What's the King of Swords about? It's in reverse. So there is something that may be out of your control, or it might be something that is kind of out of your control. It might be something legal with the Six of Pentacles. Sometimes that's about legality issues, things that are just kind of external controls doing their thing to get whatever situation under control. It can be about feeling like something is just not reciprocal, because maybe you're giving, but what you're getting is a lot of maybe not so great feedback. The King of Swords is in the reverse. That might be an Aquarius energy. It may feel like you have no control over this issue, or some kind of issue with authority. Maybe needing to seek counsel, or somebody who's like an expert at what they do. You could be almost receiving this issue from the universe, taking care of something, and it is out of your control because the universe is stepping in to take care of it so that something's evened out or balanced. That could also be. All right, what are we withdrawing our energy here from the Sun, or what do we just not have any more energy for? And there it is, the waiting. The waiting, no more patience for things to heal or get better. There's just no more patience. Or it's time to stop hanging around because it is time to work on a healing. Either way, there may be a really big need for a timeout. It's like getting down from the tree. Somebody's been waiting to heal something, and it's time to do that. And it might be time for a break, for contemplation, but mainly for healing. Yeah, mainly for healing, because something has to move forward. What's the Page of Swords in the reverse about? This could be about, you know, needing to get some more information. Could be regarding a plea offer or a deal or a generosity extended from someone, a cup of love. Could be somebody that's really charming, really seductive coming into your life. This may be a very, very tough conversation that needs to be had about how much you will extend your cup and how much you're not going to extend your cup. This is all your decision, but I see you like really getting solid on your boundaries and what you feel you should do and what you don't feel. I don't think you're going to let anything control it except for what you feel here, be with this High Priestess. And that's probably what you should do. The Page of Pentacles is how you are feeling. So you're feeling like this really loyal person here. You're feeling like, well, I've been dedicated. I've been loyal. I've always had, you know, I've always provided good news for people. I've come in through for people. So maybe that's that. Maybe you also could feel some good investment news paying off. It could be something like that also. So I'm going to say that you're probably feeling pretty good, even though you know that there's a lot of things that, honestly, it looks like the tree's just going to start shaking until something falls down. Like, get off my limbs. You can't stay here. What's the Eight of Cups about? What are we emotionally detaching from or leaving a situation? Say it might be a justice issue because there's justice coming up. A new adventure, a new beginning. The scales of justice, the truth will be told. This isn't bad. This is the scales. Everything's becoming balanced here. What else with the justice? Three of Cups. Wow. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to be celebrating and you're going to be having fun, abundance. Something's going to be made right. Something's going to be made right. And here in the future, if you want to accept somebody's cup or not, this is like, it's going to be on you this time as to whether you want to accept someone's cup or not. But you are going to be celebrating. I love that. And justice. Okay, what's the Eight of Swords in reverse? Clarified by. Sometimes what you feel like you're supposed to do and the things that are expected of you, they don't feel right to you. Sometimes they feel like you're getting used or like you do more, right? And that's kind of what I'm feeling with that. Page of Cups, why are you in the reverse? Why are you in the reverse? That's my happy squirrel card, so it goes like this no matter what. It's a situation that on the surface looked really not hopeful, guys. It's something that just looked really not hopeful. Look at that blonde hair on that judge. How cute. I just noticed that. I don't know why I've not ever noticed that before. But the happy squirrel card is like, in a time where there wasn't much hope, something came through for you or someone came through for you. It makes the outcome happy just for everybody. See? There's the Two of Cups. Real love card. True partnerships. Something that makes you happy. Taking a not so great and hopeful situation and making something awesome out of it. Letting go of heartache. letting go of third-party situations, anything that kind of drug you down. Anything that drug you down, you're letting go of that. All right, guys, let's get some surrender cards for Taurus. We have Libra really strong. I have Pisces strong in your reading that I can remember. Sagittarius, your own sign. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and surrounded by positive people. So that's a strong message. Surrender your addictions, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, or overworking. Take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Surrender your attachment to the results. That's pretty. The formula for success is to do all that you can do to make things happen. And then you let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. And that's what I got for you. Sending you love and light by Taurus.